Most people misunderstand peace. They think it means silence, stepping away from the world, burning candles, or meditating in a quiet room. That's not peace, that's escape. Real peace, the kind that lasts, comes from strength, clarity, and control. Here's the truth. Storms are inevitable. Chaos is everywhere, in business, in relationships, in politics, in everyday life. But peace isn't about avoiding the storm. It's about being the calm center of it. That takes discipline, not daydreams. The first principle: know who you are and what you stand for. Many people feel anxious because they keep changing, always trying to please others. That is exhausting and weak. If you build your identity on the opinions of others, your peace will disappear the moment criticism arrives. Peace begins the moment you truly understand yourself and stand firm without chasing others' approval. When you are grounded, no chaos can shake you. Second, have a mission. People with peace in their hearts aren't idle. They're driven by something greater than themselves. A purpose clears the fog. When you wake up every morning knowing exactly what you're building, a business, a legacy, a better version of yourself, your mind has no time for insecurity. Focus kills fear. Purpose is the enemy of anxiety. Third, cut toxic people quickly. Don't entertain drama. Don't negotiate with chaos. If someone drains your energy, poisons your thoughts, or keeps pulling you into negativity, walk away. Whether it's a friend, a coworker, or family, protect your peace like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. A clean circle leads to a calm heart. Fourth, strengthen your mind and your body. Peace isn't just emotional, it's physical. You can't feel grounded if your body is in chaos. Eat well, think clearly, rest deeply. Don't numb your mind with cheap escapes. Discipline in your daily habits leads to discipline in your emotions. And discipline is the foundation of peace. So no, peace isn't passive, it isn't soft. Peace is power, organized. Peace is focus, mastered. Peace is knowing who you are, why you're here, and refusing to be shaken. Build that kind of peace, and no storm will ever break you. The truth is, motivation is often overrated. It sounds exciting. Sometimes it sparks energy, but it's not something we can count on. You can't build a meaningful life, a lasting career, or a strong future based only on how you feel. Discipline, quiet, steady discipline, is what carries you forward. Even the most successful people, in business, in art, in any field, have mornings when they don't feel like doing anything. But the difference is, they show up anyway. They don't wait to feel inspired. They get up, and they begin. No excuses, no complaining, just gentle, consistent action. In Japan, people don't ask themselves, "Do I feel like it today?" They simply say, "It's time," and they do the work. Day after day. That's how rhythm is built. That's how greatness becomes habit. One small step a day. That's the spirit of Kaizen, the art of continuous improvement. You don't need giant leaps. You don't need overnight success. You just need consistency, showing up again and again. Many people want results, but shy away from repetition. They dream of greatness, but resist the grind. But here's the quiet truth. Discipline is freedom. When your habits are strong, your mind becomes clearer. You stop arguing with yourself. You stop wasting time on hesitation, and slowly, steadily, you move forward. Discipline isn't cold. It has a heart. It's the pride in doing good work, even when no one is watching. It's patience in the face of chaos. It's respect for others and for yourself. It's the kind of character that builds not just success, but meaning. So don't wait for the perfect moment, or for the perfect version of yourself to show up. Just begin. gently, but firmly. Let your discipline be a quiet promise to your future self. I'm here, I'm trying, I won't stop. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize it wasn't motivation that changed your life. It was you showing up every single day. There's a simple truth in life. Success and happiness don't just happen. You have to build them yourself. And it all starts with one thing. An idea. Not a small, safe idea, but a big idea, powerful enough to pull you back up every time life knocks you down. This is how truly successful people see life today. They live by 3 core principles: vision, control, persistence. 1. Vision. You must know exactly what you want. Most people live without a clear destination. They drift, they react. But winners, they see the finish line in their minds before it becomes real. Happiness begins with purpose, and purpose begins with vision. 2. Control. You can't succeed unless you take control of your life. Control your time, control your emotions, control your habits. If you don't take control, life will control you. And remember, cut out negative people. They are energy vampires, draining your spirit and killing your momentum. 3. Persistence. You want something? Stand up and go get it. Don't wait. Don't ask for permission. Successful people aren't free from failure. They simply never stop. They adjust, learn, adapt, and keep moving forward every single day. In the end, success isn't just about money. It's about becoming the kind of person who creates something meaningful and lives true to themselves. And happiness? It's the reward for those who live with purpose and refuse to let life pass by without meaning. Remember, think big, stay strong, never stop. That's how you win. You know, most people think that power lies in noise, speeches, media, big declarations. But the truth is, real power is silence. Silence echoes louder than any headline. When you are calm, when you have control over yourself, and when you don't react, you dominate the game. You don't need to fight petty battles. You simply rise above them. Healing instead of anger? I respect that. Why waste your energy proving something to people who no longer deserve your presence? Let them watch. Growth is the clearest proof. When you evolve, when you quietly build your own empire, that is the real form of revenge. Results are everything, and time, it reveals all. Those who walked away, those who betrayed you, eventually, they'll see who you've become. Not because you shouted, but because you didn't need to. Peace isn't weakness, it's power. If you can master your emotions amidst chaos, you become untouchable. You're no longer playing by their rules. You're building your own board. And yes, balance. The universe has its own system of justice. You don't need to prove anything. Life will do it for you. The strongest move? Move forward. Don't cling, don't explain, just succeed, just live well. Let them regret losing you without you saying a single word. Core message. You want others to regret losing you? Don't get angry, don't argue, heal, grow, and win in silence. One of the simplest yet most powerful ways to boost your passion, motivation, productivity, and even happiness is to do more of what you love. It sounds obvious, doesn't it? But how often do we actually stop and ask ourselves, what do I love doing? And more importantly, am I doing it enough? Why it matters when you're engaged in something you truly love, time disappears. You're fully immersed, you're alive. Your mind isn't thinking about deadlines, distractions, or doubts. You're just present. And that presence is where energy, focus, and joy live. Want to change how you feel? Start here. How to begin. 1. List what you love doing. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Take a pen and paper. Write down every single activity that brings you joy, big or small. Then, schedule at least one of them this week. If possible, do more. Each time you choose something you love, you're saying no to the things that drain you. 2. List what you might love. Now do the same for things you've never done, but think you might enjoy. Curious about painting, hiking, salsa dancing, writing, gardening? Pick one. Try it. You might discover a new passion and add it to your list of energy givers. 3. Find a friend. Sometimes, starting is easier when you're not alone. Invite someone to try that new thing with you. Having someone there can boost your confidence and help you push through hesitation. Soon, you'll be doing it on your own. Because it's not just fun, it feels like you. This isn't just about hobbies. It's about choosing the kind of life you want to live. More energy, more clarity, more passion. When you consistently do what you love, everything else, your mindset, your goals, your relationships, shifts upward. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just begin with one thing, something you love, and let that love move you forward. What's one thing you love doing that you haven't made time for lately? Drop it in the comments and commit to doing it this week. Let's bring more joy, energy, and passion into our lives, starting today. Be careful of your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, for they become your actions. Consider your actions, for they become your habits. Understand your habits, for they become your values. Embrace your values, for they become your destiny. Mahatma Gandhi. In a world flooded with noise, distractions, and illusions of success, there is a profound truth most people overlook. Your destiny isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you build, thought by thought, habit by habit. Let's break this down, not as poetry, but as a framework for power and transformation. 1. Thoughts are blueprints. Every empire, invention, movement, or personal reinvention began with a single thought. But most people don't treat thoughts with the respect they deserve. They let fear, doubt, and negative scripts run the show. If you think weak, you'll speak weak. If you think like a victim, you'll act like one. But if you think bold, you'll speak bold and start building momentum. Key insight: guard your mental space like a billionaire guards their assets. Your internal dialogue is either your greatest weapon or your silent destroyer. 2. Words are commitments. Words shape perception, not just how others see you, but how you see yourself. Every time you speak, you reinforce identity. Speak with conviction. Speak with purpose. Don't say things just to sound good. Say things you're willing to back with action. Lesson: your words should lead to action, not applause. 3. Actions are signals to the world and yourself. Action is where intention meets reality. Thinking and talking are cheap if they're not followed by action. The world doesn't pay attention to dreams. It responds to movement. You are what you do, not what you hope. Whether you wake up early, train your body, build your business, or stick to your principles under pressure, it's what you do consistently that defines you. 4. Habits are identity in motion. Your habits are your daily voting system for the person you are becoming. You don't need motivation. You need structure. You don't need to feel inspired. You need systems that work even when you're tired. This is where greatness is forged, not in big moments, but in the thousands of small, unglamorous choices nobody sees. Trump-style principle: show me your habits, and I'll predict your future. Not because I'm psychic, but because the math always adds up. 5. Values are the foundation of legacy. Real values aren't what you say you believe. They're what you live, especially when it's hard. Integrity, discipline, courage, loyalty. These aren't just words. They're the unshakable standards behind consistent action. And here's the hard truth. If your habits don't reflect your stated values, they're not your values, they're your aspirations. Key question: what do you actually stand for? And does your lifestyle prove it? 6. Destiny is designed, not delivered. Most people talk about finding their purpose or waiting for their big break. But destiny isn't found, it's earned. You don't wait for the right moment. You become the right person, and the moment finds you. Your destiny isn't written in the stars. It's written in your habits. It's hidden in your mornings, your self-talk, your calendar, your standards. Build it. Every day. Or someone else will build theirs at your expense. Your life is always speaking to you. Your bank account, your energy, your relationships, your results, they're all feedback loops. You either confront them with honesty or keep telling yourself stories. The most powerful people in the world, whether they're leaders, innovators, or quiet achievers, don't wait for change. They become the change through daily, deliberate alignment. And that starts with mastering the only thing you can ever truly control: your thoughts, your habits, your values, and the destiny that follows.